Hey gang, welcome to another edition of Doc Schlock, where it's a review of the movie The Deadly Intruder. You know, before I start the music, because I'm going to be playing some music for this review, of course, it's not very often a horror movie can leave me speechless. And I always ask you guys, comment below on how you feel about the horror movies I review, whether you agree or disagree. And I have to say this in just serious honesty. I don't think I've come across a horror movie that included the name of somebody that, you know what? Let's just get with the review, and I'll explain one of the biggest reasons why this movie just didn't make a whole lot of sense. It's a story of a woman named Jessie who's being set up by her friends by a guy who claims he works at a Canadian magazine. He's a writer for it. But all the while, Jessie has a drifter staying around her house. And there's also an escaped mental patient loose. Here we go again. So the drifter wants to help out and everything like that, and all he asks for a reward is a sandwich. Bodies start piling up, and Jessie's new love interest starts to go a little nuts when he tries to call her one night, and there's no answer. He goes over to her house, gets into a fight with the drifter. Almost kills the drifter, but as you would probably suspect, it turns out that Jessie's love interest is actually the escaped mental patient killer, because he winds up killing Jessie's friends who set the two up together. So there are multiple ridiculous kills in this movie, one more than ridiculous than the other. By the end of the movie, we're at a housing project site where apparently Jessie's dad is reading another letter from her. Turns out Jessie's doing just fine, and the drifter is doing okay too, because he was shot by the police because he was holding up a knife. But he's fine. So he decides to call a break. The workers on the housing project tell each other, hey, let's go to lunch. And they tell one of them, go to lunch. And it turns out it's the maniac killer. Who was trying to kill Jessie and everything like that. Okay, so why did this movie suck? It's a cheesy horror movie, really bad, ridiculous, stupid kills in the movie. I think a dog farts in it a lot, I guess, to kind of add. The way the movie was kind of described, it was supposed to be described as sort of a Hitchcockian style of a suspense horror movie. No, it wasn't. It wasn't even close. The only highlight of this movie, the only thing I thought was good about the movie was Danny Bonaducci's character getting killed off by being thrown into a TV. You pretty much have to pick out, between the drifter and the good-looking guy that Jessie's getting set up with, who's the real killer. Either way, you're not surprised. But yes, the guy who's doing all the killing, I gotta say this in all honesty. When you think of scary names in horror movies, you think Chucky, Freddy, Michael, Pinhead, Jason. This guy's name? Bob. Thank God this movie had no sequels. Can you imagine that? The next great horror movie icon, the great name of terror, the next name of terror, Bob. Yeah, that's what left me speechless. I don't know what else to say. It sucked, and that's about it. So that's going to do it for this review of The Deadly Intruder. If you like my videos, feel free to subscribe. If you have a horror, sci-fi horror, comedy horror, fantasy horror movie that might have included a killer with a worse name than Bob, send it my way, and I'll get on it ASAP. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching, and until next time, as always, stay strong and rock on. Bob.